Guardians, welcome back to this week at Shrouded, episode 42. Your go-to spot for all things Destiny. I'm your host, A. Greener, and oh boy, do we have an action-packed episode for you. I'm lying. We've got not one, not two, but three amazing guests joining us. Each one brings their own unique flavor to the Destiny universe, and I can't wait to dive into their insights and, well, I was going to say stories. I wrote it here, but I don't know. We don't usually talk about any fun stories. Just kidding. Anyway, we'll be unpacking the latest updates, discussing the dawning, maybe sharing a few of our stories from the week from in and outside of Destiny. So I want to thank Mr. Wrecked, Shako, and Dunk for being here with me today. How is everybody?
All right.
All right. Yeah. Don't be your usual talkative self, Mr. Wrecked.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Everyone's good.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Amazing. Okay, so we typically start off the podcast usually by just kind of going around doing our little roundtable and asking people if they've been doing anything if you've been doing anything in gaming this week that's outside of Destiny. If the only thing you've done is Destiny, you're more than welcome to talk about what you've done in Destiny before we get into the actual patches and stuff. So I'm going to go around in a circle on my recorder. Number one is Mr. Wrecked. What do you got for me this week? You been having a great one or a shitty one?
I've just been playing Destiny this week, so, nothing terribly exciting. Run some coils, do dawning stuff. Get all that stuff done. Farm up enough materials to make actually 1900 cookies. So,
Okay, what do we need 1900 cookies for? Is that is like a triumph? I never looked at the numbers.
No.
Okay.
You don't need. There's no need for anybody to have enough materials to make 1900 cookies.
Okay, so why did you pick that number specifically? Just to say that you're going to play a lot?
No, because that's how much I've already gathered.
Oh! Shit. What?
Yeah.
You play this game too much, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know it sucks, right?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Okay. I was just making sure you knew.
No. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've had our browser sources freeze, but let's keep going. Anyway. So next on here, Dunk, what's been going on the last 7 days?
Let's see. So I had my plethora of Sherpas that I've been running the past week. My brain has not melted, surprisingly enough. And then outside of that, I was playing Factorio because I'm an addict that can't stop going back to that game.
Factorio. All right. I feel like I would love that game, but I've never physically sat down and played it. And the reason I know that I would love that game, just ignore the browser sources for now. I'm trying to fix them when I'm not talking. Is for Fallout 4 there was a DLC that came out that was like, here, build some conveyor belts, and you can use them to do things. And I built like whole towns with like these conveyor belts that were going like from. I'm just assuming that's what this game is some like make a factory. Like, is that
kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. It's
right.
Survive and against bugs and build up so you can leave.
Okay. So anyway, so the system was really limited. Basically, it's these there's a crafting system in Fallout 4 where you take items from the world and you break them down into things, and you had to do that all manually back in the day. And this DLC introduced these conveyor belts where you could put like chests at one end, and then you just fill it with all your junk, and it pushes it out onto the conveyor belt, and it breaks all the bits and pieces down for you, and then you can separate into different chests and stuff that it puts into. So it does all that stuff for you, and then you can just go to your workbench and build anything you want. So it's really quick. You fill up, you over encumber yourself. You head back to the village that you built your factory in. You drop all the stuff in it, separates it all for you, so you don't have to waste your time doing it. And I loved that shit. I built the biggest fucking factory you could find. And it was so limited. And my brain says, every time I think of Factorio, that I was like, this is probably what it should have been like. Is probably whatever this game is, but I still never sat down and just played it. So anyway, that was my story about how I think I'd love Factorio and why, but I never actually ended up playing it.
Great game. Definitely recommend it.
All right, Shaka, you got anything this week?
Yeah.
Or just
Nope. It's been Destiny. Did some Dawning stuff, doing all my bounty stacking because I have no life and I'm bored. So I'm already prepping for final shape, getting all that stuff knocked out of the way. But other than that, it's just been dungeon runs basically. Trying to speed run the dungeon, trying to get a sub 20 is the goal, but we'll see.
I don't know much about the dungeon yet because I still haven't done it. So
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Every time I sit down to play Destiny, I have to, in my brain, it's like I have to do this stuff that I don't have done yet. And, like the weekly challenges and the storyline, and now it's the Dawning, and now before, I guess before it wasn't much. It was just the beginning of the season. Anyway, so, and then I'd never done a full coil until this week, so I ran that and tried that, which is really good, by the way. Like I think
I enjoy the activity.
I think coils being undersold is probably one of the better seasonal activities that we've gotten since like Menagerie.
Menagerie, if not the best. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. I still liked Menagerie better at this point because the activities were more diverse, but yeah, I would say it's probably one of the best since then, for sure. Absolutely.
Menagerie was not great except for the loot glitch. If it wasn't for the loot glitch, nobody would ever be singing that activity's praises ever for any reason.
Well, you can tell I'm not like a big loot whore when it comes to Destiny because I feel like all the guns are the same. They're not. I know. All right, calm down. So that's not the reason I liked Menagerie. I just liked Menagerie. Though I did like Beloved and Ostringer. They were really good weapons. So I'm lying to myself saying that. I feel like they're all the same. Beloved is one of my favorite sniper rifles of all time. Like, I loved that thing. It was so good. And I did try to get a big roll, I forget what the roll was. It was probably moving target, fucking snapshot or some shit.
Snap, yep.
And Ostringer was just really good. I don't know why I liked it so much. Anyway, so, but I think I liked doing that activity. I think because it was a fun activity that was 6 people is why I really enjoyed it, as opposed to the coil's fun, but it's only a 3-person activity. I think that's almost, and there's only, am I wrong in think there's only 3 different paths that you can do? It never changes. It's always those 3.
For the week, it's the same 3 for the first 3, and then it's one of them for the 4th.
Yeah, it's one of those 3 for the 4th. But
yeah,
do those paths change every week?
Every week, yeah.
Okay, so that does put it up higher for me. Now that we're talking about it, like I've done it a few times, but I can only remember 3 paths. I feel like I've done the same 3 paths every fucking week.
Yeah, but it was different last week.
Okay, that's what I was going to say, because this week was the first week I did an actual full run during the week. So maybe the first week or the
traversal sections have fewer permutations than the encounters themselves. So
I guess I did see an encounter today that I never saw before. I'm just thinking of the boss rooms, I guess, when I'm thinking in my brain. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. And I've always seen the same 3 at this point.
For this week, you're going to see the same encounters and then same boss rooms in the same order every time you do an actual coil.
Okay, but that'll be different next week. It'll be different boss rooms.
It'll be a different rotation next week, correct?
Okay. I want to see more boss rooms then. That's cool. That makes it better. That makes it better than I thought.
So play Riven's Lair. It randomly gives you one leg and the 2 encounters, and it can be any of them.
Okay. How many total boss encounters are there?
I don't know. I think there's 6. I think there's 6.
6 sounds right.
Yeah.
So there's 6 total things. Okay, that does make it a little better. That does make it a little better. I still like Menagerie more. But Coil's really good, and you get a lot of shit. I barely had anything in my box today, my mailbox. I was literally full after doing one run. Like, it warned me. And I'm like, holy shit, that's a lot of stuff. And I deleted it all because it was all garbage. None of it was red borders. But whatever. What can you do?
Happens.
Well, just keep in mind there's no red borders for the Dreaming City weapons you get out of that thing.
Oh, is that what they were? Yeah.
There are no red borders.
Okay.
It's the only way to really farm them other than going to do Blind Will, though.
Right. Okay. Did all I get was Dreaming City weapons? I didn't get any of the seasonal stuff for doing that?
For all of the chests up except for the ones you get when you're at Riven, they mostly drop Dreaming City weapons, but they also have a chance to drop the seasonal weapons and the Season of the Undying weapons.
Okay, so I probably got some other stuff too, but okay, got it. Roger that. Either way. I don't particularly care too much about the Dreaming City weapons. Is there anything really good with the new rolls? Or
Overflow and Kinetic Tremors on Tiger Spite. It's probably the best one to chase right now.
It can also run moving target kill clip if you're a PvP player, which is pretty good.
Tiger Spite's an auto rifle, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Vouchsafe is back with rapid hit explosive as well.
It's all good. I don't care about auto rifles. They're garbage. Let's wait for an auto rifle meta, maybe, and then I'll swing back to it. But I am going to get myself an Onslaught Breakneck. I don't care what anyone says, just because I missed that gun, even though it probably sucks.
No, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, okay. That'd be fun.
Respectfully disagree.
That's fine. You're allowed to disagree. You're allowed to disagree. Okay, we did jump right into Destiny a little bit. I'm going to take us back on a little bit of a backtrack first because I did a lot of different stuff this week. Destiny being included in that, but we'll get it to the end of my segment.
Did you play God of War?
No. But I heard... Okay, first off. Okay, so I didn't play the free DLC, God of War Valhalla. But the internet's losing their damn mind over how good this free DLC is. So I might have to play it, right?
I assumed you were going to play it at some point anyway, because you like that game.
I didn't talk about it last week?
No.
I thought we did. Okay, I definitely told somebody last week, and maybe it was on the Player of the Week stream, that I had no intentions of going back and playing the God of War DLC. I did like God of War. I liked it a lot. I platinumed it. There's no reason for me to go back and platinum something that's not story content in my brain. But from what I've heard, it's got a full-fledged story, and the DLC is just good as fuck. So, and it's free. So why wouldn't I go back and play it? Dunk, you gotta stop barking, dog.
That's not. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited right now. Like, just
Anyway, so maybe I'll download that and touch on it and let you know next week what my thoughts are. But this week I played actually a lot of Cyberpunk 2077, and that game is just so good. I can't lie. They really fixed it. Good on them. Good job. I'm getting close to the expansion. And I heard that shit's even better. So I can't wait to get into that. But I haven't touched Phantom Liberty yet. I also finished Resident Evil 4 Remake. I decided to sit down and just like power through the end. It was good. There was a bunch of endgame content and there's DLC. But I'm probably not gonna bother. First of all, Ada's voice actor sucks ass, and the whole DLC is her story. And I don't know. I don't think I can do it. She doesn't suck. I shouldn't be mean. Her voice just does not sound like Ada. And it really bothers me. And I don't know why.
Okay.
I think she kind of sounds like an idiot. I know it's rude, but she just sounds like one of those people that have like an upward inflection, like a blonde. You know how you would anticipate like a dumb blonde to sound.
Like Ashley.
It's different, I guess, but yeah. I don't know. There's just something about it. And it's really weird because when I talked about it last time, people pointed out that it was the actual actor from the reboot of the Resident Evil movies, and I'm like, Ada wasn't even in the Resident Evil movie. What are you talking about? Like the Welcome to Raccoon City? But I guess there was a post-credit scene that she was in, and they used the actual actress that was in the movie. And I'm like, well, first of all, that movie fucking sucked. So I don't really care if they use the actress. And secondly, what is it, 30 seconds she's on screen? That doesn't mean she's a good actress. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. And it bothers me a little bit. So I might play the DLC just because, I don't know, the gameplay is incredible. They really showed that game some love when they remade it. Holy moly. What a good experience. I played something else, but I can't remember what it was.
I remember something else that I tried to play.
Oh, go
I've
ahead.
been trying desperately to get into the Once Human closed beta. I want into that game so badly. It pushes all the buttons that I want out of an MMO.
A survival MMO?
It's a survive. It's, you know, you take Division, you take Rust, and you take Call of Cthulhu. You throw them in a blender, and you get Once Human when you pour it out. I've been watching people stream it all week, waiting for myself to get my invitation. But once they're finished and have all the sound design in there, this could be my Destiny replacement. Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right. I've seen it. I mean, it's another MMO survival game, but like, I feel like that, I don't know. That shit's going to get boring, just like every other one it did eventually, right? Unless they keep providing like interesting content, which I don't know how you do for a game like that.
Yeah.
How do you provide extra content other than extra maps for a game like that? I don't know.
I presume you push more areas and more maps and more world bosses and more strongholds, which is what that game is all about. So,
is there a bunch of PvE stuff? I never.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That sucks. I hate that.
you don't even, the PvP is optional entirely.
Gross. Okay. All right. Never mind. I was excited for it because I heard some tweets about it, but I'm not anymore. I hate MMO PvE survival games. I want MMO PvP survival games.
There are full PvP servers. There will be full PvP servers that have base rating, and there's also a PvP zone on every map, where kind of like Dark Zone in the Division. Right?
I want everything to be Dark Zone everywhere. I don't want anybody to be able to mark themselves as safe. I hate that shit.
The Care Bears deserve to play survival MMOs as well. All right. Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
That's like saying somebody that doesn't playing Tarkov saying they don't want a PvP.
They have wallets and they have money, therefore they deserve to have it.
They can go play the day before.
No, they can't.
Oh, no.
That game was taken off of Steam.
It still exists. The servers are still online.
Yes, for the poor unfortunate souls that haven't requested a refund yet.
Idiots. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it looks good. Yeah, I've seen some tweets about it. Full release next year, so you don't have to wait too long. If you don't get into the beta, but I'm a little less excited about it, knowing that it's a lot of PvE focus. It's not my thing. I want like a full.
Why do you play Destiny?
I want a AAA. Okay, well, Destiny is not a survival game. I don't want a PvE survival game. I want a PvP survival game. I play Destiny for the PvE. It's completely different. It's not the same thing.
It has both.
But there's no survival.
It has bosses. It has bosses and scenarios with interesting mechanics for PvE. It has full-on PvP if you want it.
I just want a AAA DayZ, and that's what I wanted this new game that you're talking about to be. And
DayZ sucks.
I know it doesn't. Okay. Well,
yes,
it does. But listen,
bad. It looks bad.
I want a good version. That's what I'm saying. I want a good version of that.
It looks like low rent PUBG, and that's saying something because PUBG
first of all,
is a horrible looking game.
I don't play the Bohemian, whatever activity, whatever the name of that the developer is version of that game. I played the original Arma 2 mod. It was incredible. I loved every second of it. It's one of the best gaming experiences that I ever had in my whole life. I played it for like 2, 3, 4 years. Loved it. Loved it. Would have loved a AAA version of it. But for some reason, Bohemian Interactive got the fucking... Well, some reason. They made Arma. But they got the license to make the fucking game. And it took them 6 years to make a single A clusterfuck of a thing that you can barely jump over a goddamn fence. So
Greener's an Arma stand. What another overrated piece of shit.
Arma 3 Wasteland was the best online multiplayer experience that's ever existed.
Yeah, it's probably the best online multiplayer A.5 or AA experience out there. Yeah.
Quadruple A is the word you were going for.
Mm-hmm. Small quadruple A. Sure.
You're right though. It's a small A, but it's better than 90% of the AAA stuff that's out there. That's why it was so special.
I don't know. How can you say that with games like what's that latest one? The latest banger from Arcane?
Redfall?
Redfall. Come on.
That's a perfect example, though. Yeah, that's a AAA online game. There you go. And it's garbage. Yeah. Even the Division, which the Dark Zone bit scratches that itch that I'm looking for. PvP, you know. I guess there's some PvE elements in it, in a Dark Zone, because that's where you get all your shit. But I mean, that's a AAA. I mean, I'd love for the Ubisoft to put out a full-on style Dark Zone open world game that's all you do. I'd love it. It would be incredible. But even that game I walked away from less than a month into it. Whereas I played games like Tarkov and DayZ for years. I love that experience. So yeah, I'd like to see a proper budgeted one actually be made, and I don't know why nobody does it. I feel like there's room to make one and make money off of it.
We're gonna be able to test that hypothesis soon when Marathon comes out.
Yeah.
Is Marathon a survival game, or is it just a extraction shooter? Like there is
an extraction shooter in the same vein as Tarkov.
Yeah, I did mention Tarkov, but still, at the same time, like, what I really want is a survival. The extraction part is fine. You don't even need to extract. What I really want is a survival or MMO, where...
You want Rust that's not Rust.
I want Rust that's good. Yeah, exactly. Rust that's good.
Rust is also a bad game.
Yes,
to those listening.
It is.
I absolutely do. That's exactly it. It can be an extraction shooter if you want it to be. But no, I don't even want that. I want to be able to put my... Like, if I just die, I die. I got nothing left. Fuck extraction. It's a survival game. You survive. You craft your house and eat your food and find your weapons, and when you die, you start over again. Love that stuff. Oh, it's so good. So good. And they always add this stuff into those games where there's always like you build your tent in DayZ and you can store your weapons in there. As long as you hide it good enough, no one can ever find it. And you can always go back there and get your stuff. None of that. Get rid of that shit. No one wants it. I'm lying. Lots of people want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I want permadeath, pure and utter permadeath. And it would be incredible. All right, we've been off this track way too long. You did this to me. All right,
You're just playing hardcore Minecraft over and over and over and over and over and over and over because it's the only game that does what he wants, even though it's blocks.
So I mean, DayZ does what I want it to do. The DayZ mod, the original. I love that shit. It's so good.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. The Dawning. I've also been playing the Destiny. I've been playing the Dawning on Destiny 2, and like I said, this week was the first week I did a full coil run. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's really good. I still haven't got a chance to actually go into Warlord's Ruin yet and check it out. So I'll do that eventually. But the way my Destiny playtime works typically is I sit down and I'm like, oh, I got some time to play, but I don't think it'll be that long. And then it'll pull me away. Or I'm playing on my Steam Deck, which I'm not going to do a dungeon for the first time on my Steam Deck. Or I'm catching like 30 minutes in and out while I'm supposed to be working. So I can't like focus on like a dungeon. If somebody calls me, I got to answer it, you know? So that's where my Destiny experience has been. This is why I haven't done dungeon. But I can do all that other stuff on there. So that's why it's good. That's why it's good. So I've actually played a lot more Destiny at the beginning of this season than I feel like I've played at the beginning of a season in a while. So for some reason, I am pretty invested in the game, and it's really good right now. I'm having fun with it. I know that might not be the general consensus, but whatever. Fuck haters. All right, that's what I did this week. It was amazing. So we got two articles to get into today. One was the patch notes, pretty straightforward. We're just going to read through it. If you guys want to talk about anything, you're more than welcome to. If anything jumps out at you, just be like, hey, yeah, that's awesome. But there was nothing in there that I was too worried about. Anyway, and then we're going to get into this week in Destiny, which is actually really boring this week. It's pretty boring, except for all the cookies, which look really cool. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah, that's boring. Fuck me. All right. Well, should be easy podcast.
So, this week at Bungie or patch notes? What are we doing?
We'll do the patch notes first. Is that all right?
You have my permission.
Okay. I'll just make it
Proceed.
sure. Okay. So section 1 basically was activities dungeon. So the Warlord's Ruin addressed an issue with Master and Solo Flawless Triumphs giving incorrect rewards.
Yeah, it was giving the Ghost of the Deep.
Yep.
Rewards?
Flawless emblem. Yeah.
Why is that so fun? That's so funny. Fucking idiots. Oh, man. Shit. All right. So that's been fixed. So that's good. Did everybody that did it already get their correct rewards afterwards?
I'm sure they'll fix it for everybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have
All
not yet, but
Oh shit! Hopefully they do. Unless you have to go do it again. Oh shit! That'd be hilarious. All right, Ribbon's Lair. They fixed the problem preventing players on the polysemy activity step from launching or joining the activity with others who have completed it. Okay. Additionally, resolved an issue where some chests couldn't be opened at the activity's end if armor or weapons chests were opened before the wish room, hindering triumph completion. I felt like I had a hard time opening. So when you finish the coil, the front two chests, one's armor and one's weapons. If somebody opens that, you still can you still open it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, I feel
Well,
like
you can only open. You can only open one.
you
of
can
them.
only
have to make
open
a
one of them,
choice.
and then you can open all the ones in the back, right?
Well, the weapon, the armor, and the weapon are in the back corners. There's a regular chest between them, and there's 3 regular chests in front. If you've done the platinum rewards,
I didn't do.
there's
platinum.
6 chests total.
I got a gold.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
then I don't know because I've never completed it on anything but platinum.
There was the weapon.
Loser.
There was the weapon and armor.
Sorry.
Oh, Jesus. It was the first time I ever did it, and he's calling me a loser. What a douche. I never even went past level 1 before, so. And I did it with a random fire team, so fuck off.
Hey, if you manage the whole thing with a random fire team intact that nobody left, you're already a winner because that's
right.
hard.
I did.
isn't that the truth?
It was completely random. I just went in regular matchmaking. We made it all the way through the first and second one, and then by the time we got to the fourth round, or the fourth round, sorry. So the first, second, and third one, and the fourth round, which I thought there was only 3 rounds. So I was like, "Hey, we did it! We got 4 revives left. We're kings!" And then I was like, "Oh wait, there's another round. Oh shit, we're fucked. There's no way we get through here with only 4 revives." Anyway, we did. We got through the fourth one. We got all the way to the boss room, which is the one where it's got the fucking witches, and you got to walk through the light to get rid of your shit.
The ogre.
Yeah, and like if you get 10 stacks of I forget what it is, but the thing from VOTD.
Pervading
That's
darkness.
it. Pervading darkness. You step through lights. So we used all of our revives in the first bit where you're getting rid of like the witches, and then we were able, once the witches and stuff are gone and you're just fighting the ogre, it's super easy. A couple ads spawn every like 20% of its health. You kill the ads and you just keep going and you just avoid them completely. So we we were able to manage not dying again. All three of us, in fact. So
You want to know the best thing about that?
What?
And they fixed this now, but or it's a known issue now that's on the docket to be fixed. If somebody dies during that last encounter, you're in the boss room, you have no revives, and it goes too long. If it goes longer than the inactivity monitor, it'll kick them out of the encounter altogether and brings and bring somebody else in. It doesn't treat it as a DC where it holds their spot so they can so they can reconnect immediately. No. It starts matchmaking immediately again to bring in a new person.
Oh, that's horrible.
I read a tweet about that today. I laughed.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, they didn't fix it. They said they have a fix. That's what it was. That's what the tweet was.
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
a fix coming up in January. But in the meantime, make sure you're pushing buttons.
Yeah,
So
what did they say? Yeah, going
That's-
in and out of your menu, like, okay, Bungie.
yeah, they said that exact thing. I think they just said just make sure to push buttons while you're waiting.
Well, I mean, listen, you can prevent yourself from being removed from the game if you just go into your inventory screen and hit left and right one time. It resets the clock. Don't ask me how I know that, but that works.
All right, somebody was AFKing something. Gambit. Probably.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's against terms of service. I would never,
I would never.
unless it was for science.
All right.
And, that's a
gotcha.
noble pursuit.
All right, gotcha. Anyway, yeah, you could also just make a macro, like an anti-AFK macro. If you want to walk away while they're finishing the boss, you just hit it.
I might have Tiny Task installed on my computer for reasons. That's a possibility.
See, I just use the Razer app, whatever it's called. What is it called? Razer Central. Yeah, that's the one. Mainly because all my keyboard and mice peripherals are Razer. So, sponsor. I love my Razer mouse and keyboard. Every time I break it, only my fault, not the actual equipment. I go and buy another one immediately because there's no way I could play with anything other than a Razer. All right, somebody clip that and send it to Razer. Thanks. It's true though. I do have Razer stuff, and I love their keyboard and I love their mouse, the Death Adder like style mouse. And I'll probably buy this mouse as long as it exists. I don't know. I just love how it feels in my hand. Oh, this is the Death Adder version 2. Yeah, right there. Not just making it up. They're probably at like version 4 right now. That's how good their products are. The version 2 is still working. All right. Anyway, I have enough groveling for one day. I also have a bunch of Elgato stuff, but guess what? Elgato, your programs, your software suck ass. Just so you know. My Stream Deck software crashes constantly, and so does my control panel, which controls my lights. So if I want to adjust the brightness of my lights, but the control center is what they call it, crashes constantly. At least like I use my lights for when I'm at work because I like my camera looking better than everyone else's. Makes me feel superior, I guess. I don't know. And I have to restart it 2 or 3 times a day because the control panel or control center has crashed. And I wouldn't necessarily blame Elgato right off the top of my head if their Stream Deck software didn't crash from time to time. Not nearly as much as the control center stuff, but it crashes from time to time where it just stops working as well. And it's just like, why does it crash? There's no reason for it to crash. And I've read it. Other people have the problem, so it's not just my shit computer. Like the terrible coding or something. Anyway, Elgato, fix your shit. Even though I have your microphone, your mic arm, your Stream Deck, I use your Keylight Airs, and I used to use your face cam, but guess what? It sucks in comparison to Sony cameras. Oh, and I have your HD capture card. Like, I like your products, but your software, holy fuck. Good lord. Please fix your shit. It's terrible. All right, don't clip that and send it to Elgato. I'll never get a partnership with them.
All right, already clipped and sent.
All right, I'm talking a lot, so let's just keep going with these things. All right, Helm corrected a visibility issue outside of the front Helm windows. I don't know what that was. Anyone know what that was?
You could look out and see where geometry was missing.
Oh, boring. I was hoping you'd see fucking like the Witness or some shit over there, just like chilling. Like, hey, what's up?
All the guardians fallen from the platforming section in the mission.
Oh,
the Halo like dive.
that'd be good. That'd be good. That'd be pretty funny. It would have been great if you could see something cool, but missing geometry is pretty boring, so it's whatever. Anyway, Blind Well fixed a bug where the offering to the Oracle couldn't be turned in at the Oracle engine. I haven't done the Oracle engine yet. I know I'm supposed to do it
guess
this week.
what?
What?
Yeah. It's where everybody's keeps saying we need DLC as good as Forsaken. Well, guess what? We're doing the entire fucking Forsaken event package this season. All right. When they made me do a coil and then immediately said go do an Oracle engine, I was like, you have got to be shitting me. I turned the game off and walked away. Came back and did it the next day. So dumb. What a waste of time.
You're not wrong. I don't know. I'm just going to sound like a Bungie meat writer, but when I saw all that shit on Twitter, everybody complained. They're like, oh, so this seasonal content is just reused Forsaken missions. My brain immediately went to, dog, I'd love to play Forsaken missions again. They were so good. But everybody's real mad about it, so I'm like, whatever. We've been redoing the same strikes and nightfalls and fucking lost sectors and dungeons and raids for 6 fucking years. Why is everybody so mad about one weekly quest being a rehash of a great campaign mission?
Bro, they make you do a 45-minute activity and then send you into some rehash content immediately afterwards. They make you do the stuff that's actually kind of good, and then they throw you right into the old reused shit. They should have at least reversed that order, at the very least.
That's the quest I'm sitting on right now, is to go back and do the Oracle engine. So maybe I'll go do it before I keep talking about it, and then maybe I'll be like, oh yeah, this shit sucks.
It's just the 2 ogres that you've probably done 100 times already.
Yeah,
before.
but I don't remember it. It's been so long, so... Totally. Anyway, everyone was so mad about it, and I'm just like, oh my god, this seasonal content's been such garbage forever. Like, what difference? What's the difference? Go play the raid in a dungeon and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'd never be good at running a game. Because that's what I'd say to people.
Yeah, well, enjoy your blind well that we have to do again in week 6.
2 times in a whole season. Good lord. You sound like Twitter, Wrecked.
Listen, I have a role to play on here, all right?
to be the antagonist.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good to have that there. Yeah, I think I see, like, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the people, they really, like, I know they shit on Bungie and they shit on Destiny all day long, but I think the reason they do it is because they like the game more than me. They're just so sad that it's not fulfilling their desires. So I understand the concept and why they complain so much, but yeah, it gets old, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just a grumpy old man.
Yeah, just like doing the same old shit that we've done a million times already. Yeah.
It's no different than the rest of the game. It's always the same old shit. It's the reason I didn't play Destiny 1. I remember playing Destiny 1 on the PS4 back in the day. I did the alpha, and then I bought the game when it came out. And I was playing. I did the whole story, yada yada. I had fun, Blackguard and yada. Did VOG, and then I was like, oh, cool. At first, I was gonna go into VOG. I was like, how do they do raids and first-person shooters? It sounds awesome. I was big World of Warcraft player. Played it for years and years and years. Did all the big raids and Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King and Cataclysm. That's when I stopped playing. But So I love raids. I love that concept. I love it, you know. And I was like, how are they going to do that in first-person shooter? And then they did Vault of Glass, and I was like, you know what? That was pretty good. Felt like a raid, not on the same scale, but like overall felt pretty good. And I was like, what do I do now? So then I was like, okay, so I just do all the content that I've done before, over and over again, every day, for how long? And that blew my mind. I was like, nah, dog, I'm not playing this shit. I stopped playing Destiny. I don't know why Destiny 2 has held on to me so much longer. Probably because of Shrouded. It's probably the only reason. But it's all the same stuff. That always blew my mind.
I don't have a problem grinding content, all right, and grinding the same activities over and over and over again. I don't have a problem with that. I don't mind that heist battlegrounds are in the, or battlegrounds in general are in the strike rotation or the nightfall rotation or the grandmaster rotation. That's
Okay.
because those activities are relatively new. They're not going, hey, here's a D2 mission from the Red War that we're going to turn into a strike all of a sudden out of the blue, and you're going to do this over and over and over and over and over again. Meaning that for whatever I paid for my season pass, I just paid for content I already paid for. Again!
Listen.
I've already paid for Forsaken. Why did I pay for Oracle Engine again this season?
Listen.
What the fuck, Bungie?
You didn't pay. Wait. Can you only do the story mission if you pay for the season pass?
It's the seasonal content.
I'm just asking. Is that accurate?
It is what I paid for.
Okay. See, I was gonna say you paid for the battle pass, not the story content, but maybe that's not accurate.
Fucking bullshit, Bungie.
Listen, Rec.
Not only that, but you jacked up the prices $2 recently. All right? So if I even want it, and I didn't pay you $100 for some deluxe edition bullshit, which I haven't done for the final shape, and I'm not planning on it, I gotta pay a premium. I have to pay a premium for content I already paid for. And I will, because I'm a fucking addict and a fucking simp for fucking Bungie. I'm on my knees, Bungie. Just feed it to me. I will eat it. I will complain about it, but I'm going to fucking eat it. Except for the final shape, which I have not pre-ordered yet.
I think I'm just gonna buy that for you out of spite.
Fuck you.
Oh shit. Okay, that was probably your best rant. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've laughed at it before, but that one got to me right in my belly. Holy moly. Okay, for I guess I don't know. There's not much you can say to that. It's all true. Do you think they had to redo that mission in the new engine?
Probably.
So, I mean, they did spend some time on it. Is that worth your $12? He's gonna yell again.
Just no comment.
Think about what you just said.
For me, it is.
How fucking dare you ask that question? You already know the fucking answer. You already know the answer!
Jesus Christ. You know, I can't look at the Twitch chat, but I want to see the Twitch chat right so bad right now.
They're not saying
don't worry, it's
Oh
not
my
eventful
goodness,
right
They're
now.
all speechless.
Okay.
Yep.
I figured they'd be laughing. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
All right, we should move on from that. That was funny, though. That was good.
Yeah, so how about the blind well? Oh, wait, we already did that.
Yeah,
Never
we
mind.
did that
Visible.
one.
Yep.
The Oracle engine. It kind of brought up a sore point. All right, let's keep going. Fuck me. All right, Crucible resolved an issue where the Belarus D wasn't awarded after completed the Crucible competitive placement challenge. Fixed the problem where the Dragon's Bite artifact perk unintentionally activated in PvP. I read that last week. Didn't I already fix that?
Yeah. Or
I thought that. Maybe I just read that it was a problem. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, updated the target score and Captain Rush to... Wait. already read that. Was that on this one? That was last week.
They talked about the changes coming last week. They were just implemented though.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so what is that gun this season? What is it? What is the Crucible competitive weapon? The Belisarius. Oh, okay. All right.
It's a 450, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So nothing special.
The Belarus D is an aggressive burst pulse rifle. So it's a 4-shot.
That's good.
Yeah, that's actually better than I thought.
I'm actually looking at it. We haven't had a 4-shot since what? What's the last 4-shot?
Oh, the last one was Disparity
Okay.
from Season of the Seraph.
Fuck. I remember Blast Furnace was so good when it came out. What a pulse.
Mm-hmm. Rampage kill clip.
Oh my god, it was so good. I know Forges were just like Horde modes, but why do I miss them so much?
Because the weapons were good.
Maybe.
That's why.
Can we just have all the activities that were ever in Destiny and just put them back in so I can decide what I want to do? I don't understand why they keep removing seasonal content. Why is that decision made? Just leave it in the game. They spend so much time making that stuff. It can't be easy to make. Even if it's just rehashed ideas, but different maps, different spaces. Like, all the forges were in areas that didn't exist, weren't they? Pretty sure. Maybe they existed. I don't know. No, there's no way. That Nessus Forge. There was no way that existed anywhere in the game. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass now. Oh, yeah, and then the fucking... Why don't we have any of those cool puzzles anymore? God damn it, Bungie! Rex got me. Like, you guys remember when we were trying to open that fucking door? And it was this huge community event, the Fourth Forge?
Yeah. Berguzia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that shit was so cool.
Niobe Labs.
Yes, that's what it was called. Niobe Labs. Where's all that fun stuff?
Ever made too.
Bungie doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because casuals can't deal with it.
Fuck casuals.
Sorry, casuals. But that's the truth.
Not fuck casuals, but seriously, you don't need to cater all of your content to casuals. You can cater a bunch of it to casuals, and then you can cater a bunch of it to the community.
It's easier to just feed us the Oracle engine again, okay?
All right, calm down. All right. You know how easy it is to create like a really difficult puzzle that would take the community like forever to figure out? And then they don't need to be doing content during that time. So you can artificially inflate their playtime and the Twitch watch time by creating some stupid fucking puzzle that's super hard to do. And everybody loved that shit. Even though the Sundial one was garbage, people loved it because they were all on Twitch. They were all, hanging out with Glad while Glad tried 480,000 different fucking ways through the maze while playing the game, and Dotto and all them shitheads. There ain't no way that the Twitch watch time and the Steam play time weren't the highest during those 2 periods. The absolute highest that the game has probably ever seen. Do that stuff. Be good at your jobs, Bungie. Fuck. Don't fire people like Hippie, dumbass. Sorry. I'm just so mad.
Shrouded the rant.
Well, I'm just so that's pretty much it. I'm so mad about it. I understand, lives have to happen. But I was like, she's the only one on their whole community team whose name I knew. That means she's doing her job right. The rest of you weren't. Fire them. I don't give a shit. Also, animal pictures. What the fuck? All right. Anyway.
Yes.
And if you,
animals.
So, armor updates?
Oh my god. I was talking about something else. What's your problem? No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's continue on. All right. Now equipping multiple armor. Now equipping multiple copies of heavy-handed firepower. Reaper armor mods decreases their orb creation cooldown. 1 copy 10 seconds, 2 copies 5 seconds, 3 copies 1 second. Fixed issues with the Dragon's Bite artifact perk triggering off player shield breaks in Crucible, and the Wish into Being artifact perk activating under incorrect conditions. I don't know what that even is. Wish into being?
It's bonus damage against taken and scorn, I believe. It's that one, right?
What was the condition that it would be activated under? Any idea?
Not sure.
I wonder what the actual one is supposed to be. I wonder why it was triggering. I could have looked into it more, but I didn't care that much. But I am curious. Anyway. That's good. It'll be fixed. All right. Artifact mods. Address an issue with the wish into being mod activating improper. What the fuck? I just read that.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Go to the next one about the Calamity Rig vest at Grifter, costing 15,000 legendary shards or some shit.
I just put reduce the cost of legacy decoding at ritual vendors.
No, it was fucked up. The glimmer cost for getting it was actually taking that amount in shards instead, which was thousands of shards.
Well, I knew the shards. Yeah, I remember seeing that at the beginning. Did they fix it? They fix that?
Yeah, they fixed
Okay.
it.
I didn't write
Oh,
that
man.
down for some reason. Okay, so I can actually get the chest piece now without spending. You know what? You know what sucks for people? All the people that spent all their shards thinking that was just all gone this season.
Well, why would anybody have spent all the way down?
Tons of people did. Tons of people did. It was all over Twitter at the beginning of the season. They're like, "Oh my god, I got no shards left. I got no shards left." But you can still get glimmer with shards. You can still do this with shards. You can still do this, everything. Everything you can still do with shards, except for some of the purchasing at the tower vendors. That was like literally the only thing we lost this season. People are complaining, bitching, moaning, all that stuff. And then also, secondly, Bungie removed, I guess I tweeted about this the other day, Bungie removed all of Legendary Shard stuff, rewards from tons of places in the game. The Season Pass, Battle Pass,
Not
whatever you
Iron
want to
Banner.
call it, doesn't have, that's what I'm getting to. It's all gone. It's all gone. You don't get any from Shax, you don't get any from Drifter, you don't get any from Zavala, you probably don't get any from fucking Robot Magoo there with Telesto. I just couldn't think of his name. Banshee. That's it.
Banshee.
I like Robot Magoo better.
Yeah, here fucking Saladin is standing there with 250 stacks of legendary shards, and he's like, "Come and take some of my beauties. You cannot use them for." Well, I guess you still can use them for anything, but I just thought it was really weird that they left them on the Iron Banner. Surely that was an oversight, right? They didn't mean to do that. They couldn't have.
I'm sure it was an oversight.
Yeah.
Idiots. How do you oversight anything? There's literally 800 people staring at that shit before it goes live.
I mean, it's Destiny. I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, I thought that I chuckled about that when I was going through that. That reminds me, who did everybody gild their Iron Banner last week?
Of course.
Not quite.
You say, of course, like when I talked to you last Friday about it, you hadn't yet.
All I was missing was a couple of wins. The
Oh,
same thing
right,
that-
that's true. You said
The
you
same
had the
thing that
worst
tripped-
possible day ever. Didn't get any
the same
wins.
thing that trips up everybody. Actually, Iron Banner was fine. I
I
had
had
a
a
lot
lot
better of experience than some of my compatriots in Apex who were bitching and moaning about how badly their matches were going. And then when I peeked into Crucible Report and looked at their experience, I saw, oh wow, you played like 20 games of 1-2. That sucks, because that wasn't my experience. So, but I got it then, reset twice, got all the stuff. Yay!
I did.
I'm a 6-time gilded Iron Lord. Woo!
Me
Please,
too. Is that the max
Somebody
that you can be?
fucking help me. Yes, that's the
Yeah.
most you can be right now.
I've done it
And make
each
poor
time.
life choices and have an unhealthy relationship with Destiny. What can I say?
No, I think Iron Banner's great. I don't have an unhealthy relationship with it, and I have 6 Iron Banners. Yeah, anyway, I did that all this week. It took me less time to complete all the gilded activities than it took me to get to the shader unlock, which is like typically my goal. I want to have it gilded by the time I reach the shader unlock. And the only way you fail at that is if you don't put any of the armor on. But if you have
it
all
comes down to the wins.
It comes down to the wins
ultimately,
at the
whether or
end.
not you're winning enough matches.
and I actually had to play like for 2 more hours after I gilded everything to get the shader. So I feel like that's a win. I did pretty well. I had lots. That means I got lots of wins moving up to the shader. So
If you're getting the max bonus from wearing Iron Banner stuff, it takes you 25 wins in order to finish that particular gilding triumph.
yeah. Anyway, it's always the last one that I get to. But some on particularly bad seasons, sometimes I make it to the shader right around the same time as I make it to the 100%. But on a good season like this season, I did really well. I think I finished with like a 1.6 KD all the way through, and I gilded probably around. I'd say probably around level 6 or 7 of the second reset. So I was pretty happy with that. Did you play Iron Banner, Doug?
No, honestly, I haven't played really Crucible seriously since Season of Dawn.
That's okay.
Yeah.
The Crucible's not for everyone.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I used to enjoy it. I had fun trying to get Unbroken, and then Season of Seraph happened, and I was like, well, okay, cool. Thanks, Bungie. Thanks for introducing a beautiful, beautiful game mode that immediately broke the game. Trials of Osiris. For reference.
I love Trials. What do I need to like about Trials?
I'm not shitting on Trials. Trials is great for those that love PvP. I'm just shitting on it because they did not include an anti-cheat.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Trials is great for people that enjoy PvE as well, because the best PvE grenade launcher is gate kept behind Trials, and this weekend, the best trace rifle in the game for PvE is gate kept behind Trials of Osiris. So, you know.
Yeah. Thinking of trace rifles, I still have to get Navigator.
I don't even like trace
that
rifles
trace
that much.
rifle, that Strand trace rifle with target lock, it melts so fast.
I bet.
It's a 0.73 TTK base before you even apply target lock to it, and it's 1,000 RPM, so target lock ramps up so fast on it. It's so good.
Oh,
Okay.
that
Now I
sounds
have
so
to go
fun.
get it. Fucking asshole. I don't need an adept one though, so I don't need to go flawless. I just need one with target lock. Got it. All right. That shouldn't be that hard, right?
Probably.
Is there any on the
The one that was on Shaq's or Saints rep track last week had Zen Moment and target lock. This week it's kill clip and I forget what the other perk was, but garbage.
So I should have waited or should have done it last week. Fuck.
It'll be back.
That's all right. I'll just go get a bunch of engrams. One I'll drop with target lock. I believe. All right, let's keep going. All right. Oh wait, first, Shago, you said almost, or Shako, you said almost.
Yeah, I'm short like, I don't know, 8 wins or something like that.
Well, the good news is we have a 190-day season. So
Yeah, I'm saying it'll be back.
we're probably gonna have like 12 Iron Banners before
Yeah.
June. So
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I should play enough Iron Banner every time it comes out that it's like just each one of them is like a guild in my brain, just to make it feel better.
No, you shouldn't.
Why? I like Iron Banner. It's
Don't
one of the
do that.
PvP modes I actually enjoy playing. I only play
Season
Trials because I have to. I like Iron Banner.
Season before last, I did like 7 resets in 1 week.
Yeah.
Don't do that. It's bad for you. It's
Well, I
bad
wasn't
for
gonna do that. I said 2 resets every time it comes out. Like, jeez, 7? That ain't right.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. So what I wrote down for the legacy gear, focusing on reduce the cost of legacy decoding and ritual vendors, the cost for Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard ups. Now 3 ritual engrams each, and Nightfall weapons cost vary based on prior acquisitions. All right, and they fixed the chest piece for. Was it all the chest piece, or was it just the Hunter chest piece?
It's just the one.
It was just the one Calamity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the Hunter chest piece was 40,000 legendary shards or some shit like that.
I think it was 15. But
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. My bad. 15,000.
It was a lot.
Oh, I can afford that.
I could afford to buy like 4 of them, but I wasn't going to.
No, God, no. It's not worth it.
All right. I wonder if anybody accidentally collected it and if Bungie gave them back their legendary shards or not. That'd be funny. Anyway, you know what Bungie should just do? They were so concerned about erasing the legendary shard economy back to 0, kind of like we do with loyalty points, that they just got rid of legendary shards out of the game. Why didn't they just? They should have just had something that cost like 10,000 legendary shards, but made it incredible, so everybody would spend all their shards for it. I don't know what it would be. A 210 Sparrow?
Like
There you go. I'd
guaranteed
buy it.
max roll exotics or something stupid like that. I'd do it.
Ooh, maybe, yeah.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
a 210 Sparrow that costs 50,000 legendary shards. Yeah, there we go. I'd buy that.
For the 8
Yeah.
people that would buy it, yeah.
It would end up being a sparrow that displayed 210, but actually wasn't any faster than any other sparrow. You would
That's
just have a
fine.
bigger number on
It
it.
would make me feel better about myself.
It'd be 110.
Just like when I lie to my wife about how big my wiener is.
She already knows, sir.
Yeah, but you see, she plays along because she knows it makes me feel better. That was my point. If everybody's lying about it, it doesn't matter if everyone knows, as long as the charade, continues.
I see.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's keep going. Okay, Fireteam Finder fixed a bug causing game crashes when browsing through Fireteam Finder listings. Noted that the checkpoints are not respected for activities initiated via Fireteam Finder. Ooh, okay. Everyone note that. If you are if you're doing a Fireteam Finder, you're going to start from the beginning, no matter if you have a checkpoint or not. That's what I'm reading. That's what that means, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, and the last bit here before we get into the This Week in Destiny, addressed a problem with the city I wish built week 1 challenge not providing proper progression. Wait, which one was that? Is that the Dreaming City progression one?
Yes, it was. It was moving super slow.
Oh, I
whatever
just thought that
reason.
was what they wanted to do. I actually stopped doing
Nope.
it at like 30%, and I'm like, fuck this.
Yep. I did 6 Ascendant challenges, 4 Blind Wells, and 3 story missions, and I got to like 80%. It was crawling. And those were like the high level Blind Wells.
I just did a Pelion's Rest over and over and over again until it was done.
Yeah, but you see, now you would have
long.
only had to do that about 1/3 as many times. Does that make you angry?
No.
Aw.
He's
No,
trying to
I
get him
mean-
going now.
I miss Angry Wrecked.
Anyway, that's good. I'll actually go and finish that now because that was miserable. That was terrible. I remember doing it and I wasn't really paying much attention, but I was at like 30% or something, and I was like, oh, okay. I feel like I've done a lot of stuff, but maybe some of it wasn't counted towards that. So I just went in and I did a heroic blind well, and it went up like 4%, and I'm like, no fucking way does that go up 4% with a heroic blind well. I was just like, nah, I ain't doing this shit. Fuck this shit. That's unreasonable. Anyway, I didn't do the EDZ one either because I thought it was just as bad. But since now that I know this was not an actual reason, EDZ one's probably fine. So maybe I'll go do that too. All right, let's move into this week in Destiny. This week in Destiny on This Week at Shrouded, because we didn't change our name when they changed the name of the blog because they suck. Wait, it was called, This Week in Destiny. It used to be called that, This Week at Bungie.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, my brain melted for a minute. I thought I had it backwards. But we're good. All right, so the Dawning is back. It's as festive as ever. Now, the tower's looking pretty cool with all the decorations, as it does every year. It usually looks pretty good. You can, no, I'm not going to say that. I wrote a really cheesy line. Anyway, everyone's baking their cookies. We got a lot to cover. So let's just keep. We don't actually have a lot to cover. Why the fuck did I write any of this shit down? I don't even know. I don't pay any attention to what I'm doing anymore. So the Donnie's here. I'm excited. I want that. I want the glaive, and I want that thingy-mabobber, the memento. And I've always had a fun time with the Dawning and doing the cookies and throwing the snowballs and whatnot. Now we have a memento, and
It's cool.
I love mementos. I think it's awesome to get more and more of them. Well, I know they're just shaders. All right, so everyone calm down in the comments because you guys fill them up with comments every time. I'm just kidding. Nobody ever says anything anymore now that Clan Wars is done. Big sad. All right, but I do enjoy the mementos. I like there being something to go for that is like not always in the game. Like there's only 3 weeks to grind this thing. There's a cap on them. In fact, that cap is 1. I wish the cap was higher, like at least 3. 3 would be nice. That way you could hold on to a couple for maybe some guns later on in the next year. But what I did with the last one was I farmed a few of them. I put them on some guns that I liked, the look of the black on it, and then I farmed one more. So now I've got a few, like 3 or 4 black guns. I can't remember, and I'm holding on to one of my black mementos for something special. I'll probably do the same with this if it can be grinded the same way. I'm not sure.
You can get one every time you focus a gift in return.
Correct.
Right. We talked about this last week. Fuck, I'm stupid.
Hence the materials to make 1900 cookies.
See, why didn't you tell me there was a reason? There was a reason. You had a reason. Fucking asshole. He was just embarrassed. He's like, I want 500 mementos. What were you doing to farm that many cookies?
Actually, you can farm up the materials super fast in Golgoroth's Maze. I'm not talking about doing anything AFK. You can literally just go in there as a warlock, right? Mm-hmm. Arc warlock, and go to the last pit on the right when you're headed to the end. Yeah. When you're headed to the end, and you can see the hallway to go through to the knights. Hang a right instead. Run all the way till you come to a pit, and then immediately turn a 180. The mobs that spawn right there will just continually spawn. They won't leave their spawn. They'll just stay inside the rocks. And you can sit outside that area in a rift and let your arc buddy just murder them over and over and over and over again. And it'll give you taken butter and electric flavor, both of which are materials to make one of the cookies. So
okay,
you won't be able to farm XP doing it that way because you'll kill things too fast, but you can farm the materials for the Dawning that way. And if you also have but on the Starfarer, you'll be farming Dawning Spirit at the same time. So you can make about 200 cookies worth of stuff in about an hour of just sitting there and activating your rift every once in a while.
Okay, so what I want to say is you talked about not AFK farming, but you literally led us through the maze to the exact spot where you AFK farm.
That is a spot where you can AFK farm, yes.
I know, but it was just, I thought we were going to do something else, and then like I was following along with you, and you were like right here, right before the last thing, and they'll just stay there and a little thing, and I'm
not
like...
Not everybody in the Destiny community who might watch this knows where you AFK farm. So I'm just giving them directions on how to get to where it's the most efficient way to farm materials to make cookies.
Okay.
Not anyway, AFK.
That's where you AFK farm, by the way, if you didn't know. Ashen Wake, Solar Hunter, Fusion Nades. You stand right there and you throw that nade every 4 seconds. Free XP, baby. And I'm only level 35 this season, so there's been no AFK farming. So calm down, internet trolls. I stopped AFK farming when you didn't need to AFK farm to get to GM level by week 4. So, because GM level is only 5 levels now.
Nobody cares.
Exactly. What? People care. You have any idea how many fucking DM messages I got when I was AFK farming? How many people invited me to Steam groups because it breaks your AFK farm?
You just turn all that shit off before
Yeah, well,
you start
I
doing
didn't
it.
fucking know. And I didn't think people would do that, but they did. It just, I don't know, it makes them so angry for some reason.
All of a sudden, we're turning this show into a how to break TOS
AFK farming doesn't break TOS.
tutorial. Using a macro to AFK farm theoretically breaks TOS, although I don't think there's anybody that's been banned over it.
It's not a macro. I've got one of those things, that little bird that does this.
Oh, yeah.
It hits the Q button.
I mean, in order for it to work and avoid the timer, you must have like 6 of those birds around your keyboard, timed just correctly to hit the buttons in the right order.
You only have to hit Q when you're AFK farming, and you don't
That
AFK.
is not true.
Yeah, it is. That's all I put on my
That is-
macro.
That is not true.
That's all I put on my macro. What do you mean?
This is yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's true. It is.
Okay, yes, it's absolutely true.
I'm so confused. I've never done anything else other than a 4-second Q timer, and it doesn't. I don't get kicked out.
Okay. Whatever you say.
I don't believe whatever you're saying. You tell me I'm supposed to have to walk around and throw a grenade? Like throwing a grenade
No.
doesn't indicate.
You shouldn't be walking around, but that doesn't matter. I
What
don't
the
know
fuck
anything
else do
about
I need to
AFK
do?
farming.
No, I want to know now. Chat, we're getting into this. What is
You have
it?
to simulate. You need to simulate some kind of movement, otherwise the AFK timer will eventually get you.
So
and the
walking
easiest way
around.
to do that is to go into your inventory and hit your movement keys, and then escape from your inventory. Because it still counts as movement, even though you haven't actually moved.
That's why you said that earlier. What's wrong with just moving and then moving back?
Because the moving and moving back can be messed up by lag. It can actually move you a different amount than you originally did, and what'll happen is you'll eventually shimmy away from wherever you were, and then throw a grenade in your own face, walk into a pit, walk into the enemies, whatever. And then once you're dead, the farm is over.
Not if you walk in. Not if you put yourself into a corner.
That will still sometimes fail because of desync from the servers.
Okay, well I can tell you it works pretty good. So, all right. In fact, right where those things go up, the X, right in there, there's a little corner, like that.
Yes,
goes
I know what you're talking about.
So I would
Yeah.
take a step right, and then you take a bunch of steps left, just to make sure you get back into the corner 100%, just in case you desync too far to the right. And that's it. And
See,
then
now you'll never get reported because everybody knows you're bad at AFK farming and you'll end up lagging yourself out. So it's fine. Look at that cover. You've covered yourself. Good job.
And end up like it's never lagged me out before or died before. Actually, when I used to do the moon AFK, I'd fail that all the time. It was
That was
terrible.
easy to fail.
Well, that stupid fucking bitch would fly off before she got killed with a fucking grenade. God, I hated her.
Anyway, farm your cookies. You don't have to AFK farm. Just turn on your Rift every once in a while. You'll be fine.
Yeah, while you watch some Netflix or some shit. Easy peasy. All right, we'll stop talking about it now. All right, so the Great Dawning Bake Off wrapped. Okay, it wrapped, and so fast it just went by. I didn't even know it was done, but boom, just like that. Anyway, there was some amazing stuff. We're gonna show it to you in a minute. I want everyone to see it. Congrats to all the winners who nailed the baking. Actually, I have no idea if any of it tasted good, but it all looked good, that's for sure. And they got themselves some nice emblems, so props to them. I don't have it, and that makes me sad because I didn't have time. It's always cool to see like what people come up with when they're given something like this. Yeah. So I deleted all my sources, so I'm gonna have to make a new one real quick. Rect is barking again. Oh, look at all these people. That's not what I want to show.
Oh,
There
my.
we go. I'm going to use a display capture because I do not want to use another browser source. to share my screen, so I'm not going to. You guys can see in the guest chat if you want to take a look, but everybody else can see because we're showing the whole thing. All right, so oh wait, that's the wrong way. We gotta go up, 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 up. Okay, so check these out. All right, so we got Galler noodles. Can I zoom in on this without breaking it? You never know with Bungie's fucking websites. They're always terrible. All right, those look like Galler noodles. Are those cashews in the middle?
Looks like it.
Okay, I was gonna say. Anyone gonna say that? All right, yeah.
Hard to tell. I don't know. I don't like cashews, so.
I just called them Galler noodles. They're Galler doodles. My bad. Now everything's really big because I zoomed in, but that's okay. These ones are actually sick. Like, all it is like a powder, like a sugar powder, and they did the
Use a stencil.
use a stencil to like,
Yeah.
but it was still cool. I still
Yep.
liked how they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely took time.
Yeah.
Well, they would have had to make
Wanted
a
it.
stencil probably. Maybe they bought the stencils that were that small, but it seems unlikely. They probably made them. Which is neat. These are sick. I love these little things. Little Smallin cupcakes.
Who doesn't love devouring fallen children?
I know that Eva Levante would approve of eating children.
I mean, she does enjoy sending us out into the world to murder sentient creatures so we can break them down into their component parts and bake them into cookies.
It's true. It happens in real life. I like the little touch with Saint's helmet here because of last year. You know, he was like, at one point he was the monster that all the Smallin were scared of, but then the savior that protected them from Vex. Yeah, that's what That's what that big fight was, right?
Yep.
I think that's neat. Nice touch. Nice touch. All right. I mean, I actually looked at this. I don't know what it is.
It's bread, man.
Yeah, but what? I know it's bread, but what's the symbol shit like carved into it? What's that representing in Destiny? I just don't know.
I didn't know either.
All right, so I'm not an idiot.
It looks familiar. Looks very familiar, but I cannot place it.
I just don't know what it is. Maybe someone in chat knows what it is. Someone look at chat, see if anyone answered. I know one of you has it open.
Yes, I do.
Anyone know what it looks like? Chat. What is this supposed to represent? We'll let them answer. We're moving on. This ghost cake was pretty cool. Whatever the frosting is on this, like, it's probably what do they call that shit they put on?
It's probably fondant.
Fondant. That's it. Real bumpy looking, but regardless, still pretty cool looking cake. That would not pass at my wedding, but it would be. It's still pretty cool for somebody to just make for a little contest. They're not gonna win the Great Canadian Bake Off anytime soon, but they're way better at it than me. These are just dawning cupcakes, and I think they look gorgeous. I know it's just blue frosting with like icing sugar sprinkled on top, but they nailed like dawning. Like I look at those and I think dawning. So, okay, that's just a Destiny cake. You know, I'm okay with this, but also at the same time, I'm like, this is the Great Dawning Bake Off, right? Where's the dawning? I don't see any dawning stuff here. Does one of the cookies look like this cake?
No.
No?
No.
So. Anyway. So yeah. Alright, cool, I guess, though. Alright, this guy, I like these ones. Look at all these. This shit's sick. Because it's got all a bunch of different stuff on here. You know, the Vanguard stuff. Then you got these actually they represent the cookies that you give Xur, whatever they're called. I don't know the name of them. There's no way. And some of these other ones do as well. They're all very neat. All very neat symbols. So you got, the hunters, the warlocks, and the titans in the back here, the destiny. Like, it's all great. It's good stuff. Funsies. Love it. Looks like a little kid's art project, but regardless, they're pretty cool. Pretty cool heads of all the bad guys in Destiny. Wait, who the fuck's this person? This blue guy down here.
The one at the bottom?
Yeah, the bottom right.
Atheon.
That's Atheon? Okay.
It's Atheon.
I recognize the rest of them immediately, but I don't see Atheon when I look at that. But
They all raid bosses, homie.
I guess that makes sense. I should have did that math. Wait, what? All raid bosses. Isn't it Sabathun? When was
That's
she?
the only one that's not a raid boss.
I was gonna say, when was she a raid boss?
Sabathun. But that's Crota, Oryx,
Definitely.
Nezeract, Rolk, Riven, Atheon, and name is
Tannix.
eluding me. Tannix, yes. One incarnation of Tannix.
Tannix the 7th, yeah.
All right, so we got a dawning cake here. Pretty straightforward. Dawning logo looks great, and that's it. All right, we're done. They get a bunch of shit. Congratulations.
All right.
All right.
Are
What?
we talking about Bungie giving themselves a pat on the back for Fireteam Finder?
Yeah, sure. Next up, Fireteam Finder Beta. It's people have been using it a lot. People that don't LFG normally, getting into it. So nothing but good things, really, to be said for this. I know people like us won't necessarily use it, but there's a lot of people that will get a lot of use out of this. So anyway, so far
I've used it a couple times.
Yeah?
Just to try it out. Yeah, just to try it out. I found that if you use like the keywords or whatever they're calling them to kind of look for people specifically, it's like, oh, like the coil runs, for instance, like looking for experience, going after like triumphs or whatever the keyword is there. You usually find some pretty decent people if you look for the right stuff.
Roger that.
It's not a perfect system, but it's not a complete and total failure, even though it is just ripped from the app. But we talked about that already.
It sure is just ripped from the app. But that's okay.
Normally, I would take this opportunity to shit on Bungie's efforts to bring us this Fireteam Finder because it should have been in the game back in 2017 when the game launched. But today I'm not going to do that because, I'm finding it more and more difficult to find fire teams to do activities with inside my own Apex clan reliably lately. So maybe I'll have to use Fireteam Finder more.
Or you could use the Destiny Shrouded LFG.
Nah, maybe I'll just go play with Wardens and Celestials a little bit more.
All right.
Who knows? We'll see.
All right. We're just gonna get off this topic. All right. Somebody's using this as their own personal attack on this clan.
I would never attack Apex. I mean Anarchy. I mean Apex. Anyway.
You mean Alliance? You mean Cajun Fries?
I mean Cajun Fries is cool. Alliance and Shrouded Architects. Listen, Sharky, I don't know if you watch this, but that was the worst name the clan's ever had. Sorry, bro, but not sorry. Anyway.
It has Destiny lore behind it. It's probably the best name it ever had.
No, worst name. What do you mean the best name? What are the worst deaths you've ever had in Destiny? I will guarantee you that every single one of them said killed by the architects up in the corner. And somebody's going to name a clan after that shit? What the fuck?
I guaranteed every death in Destiny that I ever laughed at was probably killed by the architects. So there's nothing wrong with a little bit of laughter in your life, Rect. All right? I'm just
Destiny is not about fun and laughter. It's about misery and grinding.
All right. This man is just mad at life. All right, we're gonna keep going. All right, so the beta's still got a work in progress tag with some updates and bug fixes needed, but it's making a pretty big splash with some people. So yes, it should have been in the game since 2017. We get it. Calm down, shitbird. But dungeon raids and free roam are topping the charts. People are enjoying using it now that it is in the game.
I am very glad that people are finding success with it. Truly.
Did you see?
I am glad. I'm glad that it has not turned into. Well, I haven't looked at it for trials this weekend yet to see if there are people actually selling carries. And they're like, I suspected it was going to happen. I'm going to need to go check when I get into the game later, just to see if that's happening, like it used to happen on the website. But I'm glad. I am honestly glad that people are finding success with that. This new functionality. I think it's great, even if I'm probably not going to use it, because we have such a great community here that I can usually find people to do stuff with in the SGC on our server. Please join us.
ShroudedGaming.com/Discord.
That's it.
So did you see those lost sector completion rates?
Affiliate rest.
What a useless fucking stat.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
why?
everyone that's using. Well, first off, why the fuck are you using Fireteam Finder to do fucking lost sectors? And secondly, how are not 100% of those being completed? Like, how is the quarry down to 70%?
Yeah.
Like,
Or why are they only on the Dreaming City and the EDZ?
oh, that's it.
Because those were the masters that were in rotation when they took the data.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not just regular lost sectors.
Yes, they're giving you the numbers probably for the master lost sector completions, which I don't know why you're doing with the team anyway.
Exactly.
Because you're
Kinda
not getting
defeats the
anything and
purpose,
doing
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I mean,
It's because
I guess
there's a seasonal challenge, or because there's a guild guardian rank challenge to do one that doesn't have to be solo, right?
Yeah. It's
One of
just
the
a
two.
complete- It's just a
I believe
completion.
so,
Yeah.
I gotta change my headset one sec.
All right, so if you want to talk shit about Greener, now's the time. He can't fucking hear you. All right, you've lost the opportunity. Everyone shut up.
I would never talk bad about the Greener behind his back. What do you mean?
He would do it in front
Only
of
do
my
his
face.
face.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, I chuckled at the lost sector completion rates, and I thought I'd mention it. It's good. I'm glad people are able to complete lost sectors now. Good on them. All right, so obviously dungeons were topping the charts. People are using that a lot for dungeons, which makes a lot of sense to me. I think obviously there being a new dungeon, and secondly, I think a dungeon is a pretty good activity that people would need. Like, it's not so far, it doesn't need as much coordination as a raid, and it doesn't need as many people, like the 6 people in the coordination that a raid would typically require. 3-person, a little bit less mechanics. I think it's a perfect activity for random LFG Finder, actually. So I think that and things like not GM Nightfalls, but like harder Nightfalls and some other stuff like that. It's kind of like the perfect activity for that. So
People
I don't know what the
talking
free
about
roam shit is about though. What are they doing? Why are people free roam finding on Destiny?
That could be like the lost sectors and stuff too. They're probably
Yeah,
included
could be.
in that number.
I thought maybe they were just doing some dance parties.
Oh, maybe probably.
I mean, hey, I joined that.
That'd be good. Let's do that. Let's do LFG Fireteam Finder dance parties in the tower.
We do that during Clan Wars, and it crashes the tower every single time.
All right. Well, let's do it again.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Destiny raised a bunch of money this year, $3.2 million. It's pretty good. They sent money to the earthquake relief in Turkey and Syria, aiding in Maui's recovery. Plus 47 wishes were granted through Make-A-Wish. Jesus, that's a lot of wishes. You know, if I made a wish, my one wish would cost more than 3.2 million. So I don't know what these kids are wishing for.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Mhm.
I don't respond to that.
I don't think so. I think Greener's wish would it would be whatever the cost of the hooker was and the antibiotics afterwards.
Jesus.
That's what I think.
I don't need a hooker to have sex. What the fuck?
That the main cost would be somebody's self-respect. That's all.
All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, that was out of those 47 wishes. There was a super special day for some Destiny super fan. I assume they got to probably go to the Bungie HQ. I guess I didn't read that part. Probably something like that, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Whatever. Okay. So that's really cool. Good on them. Good on the Bungie Foundation. Good on what's his name? Jared, I think, is the president, or I guess CEO. I don't know. Good on him. I guess those aren't the terms that you would use. He's something though. He's the guy at the top of the ladder. He runs the foundation. So good on him. Good job. I saw him tweet something out the other day about 2024. So exciting. What else we got in here? Okay, closing out 2023. They want to take a look at the crafting. A whopping 2.8 million weapons were crafted. The numbers of Crotazans and Root of Nightmares were through the roof, with millions of attempts and clears.
Wait a minute though. How much you want to bet that when they say, for instance, that there were 16.4 million attempts of Crotazan by 1.1 million Guardians? I think that's actually 1.1 million players, or is it 1.1 million characters?
1.1 million
that number
characters.
by 3. Yeah.
I don't even think.
Probably by characters.
I don't even think it's 16.4 million times by 1.1 million Guardians. See, I feel like it's not even 1.1 million characters. I think it's if somebody tried it twice, it counts.
They got counted twice. Yeah.
They got counted twice. Yeah. Absolutely.
Just because these player numbers seem a little weird based off their daily player numbers is all.
Yeah.
I just find it weird that all of these things are only like half of the clears as opposed to the number of the attempts. So everybody's just bad.
Well, 16.4 million attempts at Crotazan and only 1.1 million.
It's 6.2 million clears. That's probably the.
Oh, yeah. 6.2 million clears. That's 1/3. That's only 33% clear rate. That's crazy. That's low. And Crotazan is not hard.
I wonder how many of those just stopped in the abyss.
Yeah.
On day one, it just never went back.
Yeah.
All right, Root of Nightmares numbers are better for them. 28.7 million attempts by 1.6 million Guardians, 14.8 million clears. So that's at least half. That's better. Warlord Ruin, 4.9 with a 2 million clear rate, so a little under half. Oh shit, Goes to the Deep is terrible. 19.8 million with 8.4 million. Why are less people doing dungeons than?
Well, Ghost of the Deep, they just ran out of steam before they got to the end. That's all, because it's so long. It's like me when I did my couple of flawless attempts, where I got to the final boss flawless, but then I was like, I'm too tired to do this anymore. I'm over this dungeon. Yes, I've gotten here flawless. I know I can do it. I know I can beat this bitch. I don't need the emblem. I'm turning the thing off. It's
Nobody in the world other than you has done that, because it's a ridiculous concept. Nobody has made it to the final boss and was like, I'm shutting this off. I'm bored. Nobody. That's ridiculous. Why would you waste an hour getting there just to shut it off?
An hour? You think it only took an hour to get to her the first time?
I don't fucking know.
It took a while. Listen, I'm not some Uber low man Chad like some people on our server. All right, you know who you are. That's not me. All right. Now, can I get through Ekthar in 3 phases? Sure, but there's still like traversal sections that take 15 minutes apiece, and then when you get to the end, you're like, there is no way to kill this bitch in less than like 12 phases, and I just don't want to do 12 phases of this shit. So turn off. It's not worth it to me. I should have thought of this before I started. Now, I don't have that excuse the second time I did it. All right? because I thought I really wanted the emblem. But then I got there, and I was like, all right, 12 phases. We can do this. I went into the Triumphs. I looked at the emblem. I said, that emblem's not cool enough. I left. I already got the Navigator. I don't need this shit. I left.
All right, boss. Whatever. Nerd. You're crazy. That's crazy to me. Like, whatever. But I never tried to do a solo flawless of that dungeon, so no idea. Dungeon was too long to even try to do it. I was like, nah, no fucking way. No fucking way am I doing 2 bosses that are going to take more than 5 or 6 like damage rotations and still try to do solo flawless. I refused.
I should have just done it while Broken Weapons was here, but
That's when I soloed it. I wasn't even going to solo it, but I was like, well, Broken Weapons, let's go solo it. And then I did, and it was easy. No problem. Easy peasy. But like even at that point, even though those damage phases ended up, you could probably do it in one if you're good, but me not being good, it was the second time I ever cleared that dungeon. I was doing those damage, and I was doing those 2 damage phases it was taking me with the broken grenade launcher, heavy grenade launcher. So it was easy.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy, very easily solo flawless, probably doable, and I still didn't do it. I might have if I'd done it on my first attempt, but I died somewhere. I fell in a hole or something in the traversal area because it was my second time. I didn't know where everything was. And I was like, oh, rip, I died in a hole. Anyway, and then I did the rest of the thing on the first try. So, like, that's too bad. I should have went back and did it. But it was even still too long, even with broken weapons. Fuck that shit. That dungeon was too long. Can't wait to do this new one. Seeing people clear it solo in 20 minutes. It's absurd.
I think the world record's just over 14 minutes right now.
No, it's under it's like 10:40 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't even understand how the dungeon's that easy. And everyone seems to love it. Usually that's a big problem.
It's not. Zemo and Snazzy are just absolute freaks at the game, and they just do whatever they want and bully this game.
Did they do it on Strand Titan?
Strand Titan, yep.
Yeah. That's
Well, that shit's fucking broken, by the way. I did my GMs with a Strand Titan last year, last season. Not, like, I don't understand how everybody just doesn't think like that character's absolutely broken. On no other character.
If you suggest that Banner of War is broken on the forums or on Reddit, you get lambasted. Just dumped on. They need to strip the healing off of Banner of War altogether. Not reduce it, just take it away and let it be a damage boost. You got Woven Mail as your sustain for Strand. Take that shit away.
I need to know why. Like, I need to know why in a GM I was watching a fucking Titan just walk up to groups of ads and punch them in the face and, like, not go below 90% health. Like, it was absurd. Like, do that big uppercut thing or whatever the shit that Strand attack is. Just doing it wherever they want. It didn't fucking matter. Nothing would kill them. It was absurd. I'm being a little exaggerative. Obviously, they still had to be a little careful. It's a GM. Doesn't matter how strong your healing is. But there ain't no melee in anything for any other character in a GM. It's just not a feasible option.
With a tractor cannon and 1-2 punch shotgun, you can break down anything in the game.
You have to kill them before you get hit, though. Oh, you're talking with the Strand Titan. Okay, all right. Yeah,
the Strand Titan.
Kill the trash mobs first, and then go to town on the big guy.
Anyway,
one tractor, 1-1-2 punch, 2 melees, dead. Pretty much all champions.
That's my point. I keep saying it, and like it's making me just want to switch because it's so strong. But also, I'm not a crayon eater, so I ain't doing it. You're a Titan, aren't you, Dunk?
Dunk is muted, I think.
Probably just left. We talk too much.
We are running a little long even for us.
Oh, wait, it is muted. What the fuck? Here, I unmuted him. Maybe he muted it for a reason, though.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know what happened, but it just decided to mute me.
Okay. You're not muted
But yeah.
anymore. You're good.
But yeah, I am a Titan. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I wonder how long you're muted, and I wonder if you said anything that we just didn't hear.
No, I've been unmuted, or I've been muted for like 5 minutes now, so you're good.
Okay. That would have been funny if he's like talking and we talk over him, and he doesn't know he's muted. He's just like, "What the fuck, guys? Come on,
I
I'm
would
here.
never talk over anybody.
I'm here too. You talk over me all the time.
I know.
You yell over me.
Everybody should. If you're a guest on this podcast, you should talk over people. That's just how it should be.
All right.
See,
all right.
Duncan's saying I don't know as I'm talking over him.
He's doing it right.
When what he should be saying is, "Shut the fuck up, Rect. I have something to say."
That'd be funny. Let's close out.
mean,
It's been a super long one.
right.
Good to have 4 people, I guess. Maybe it's harder to do a 1-hour podcast with 4 people.
And you said there was nothing to talk about.
We talked a lot about stuff. Yeah, yeah. You know, there's always something to talk about.
30 minutes of it was wrecked yelling at everybody. So
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
no.
honestly, best part.
It was pretty funny. Just an FYI, all you Twitch Prime people out there, the Dawning bundle's out. Go get it until January 3rd. A bunch of Dawning stuff, ships, emotes, ghosts, and projections, all there. Dawning shit. Have fun, enjoy. What else was there? Blah, 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 blah. No, that covers all the latest in This Week in Destiny update. If there's anything more specific you'd like us to delve into, or any other Destiny 2 related topic you're curious about for the podcast, feel free to let me know below in the comments. I did it again. I'm turning into a YouTuber. Are you excited, Rect?
Like and subscribe, and hit the bell for the notifications. Be on the Shrouded notification squad.
Yes, do everything you just said. But you should subscribe. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers. That would be cool. We're at like 780 or something. It's not bad. Anyway, that's it. Anyway, basically that is a wrap for today's episode of This Week at Shrouded. Before we sign off, I want to throw it over to our awesome guests. Any shout-outs or final thoughts you'd like to share with our listeners?
Dawning Bingo is going on. Go get a card. Go do the challenges. Fill it out. Turn it in. Win some prizes, including silver, SGC merch, loyalty points, the final shape, some Steam game codes, and possibly even a Steam Deck. If you're so inclined as to do some baking, go take part in the SGC Cookie Vanguard Bake Off. Come up with a recipe. Come up with your own recipe that is inspired by one of the Dawning treats. Post a picture. Post a recipe. Tell us how you got your inspiration or how your recipe was inspired by it. And maybe win the final shape. And maybe win a Steam Deck. So that's all on the table. All you gotta do is go play. And if your admin for your clan still hasn't created a channel for you to get your Dawning Bingo stuff verified, ping them and ping me when you ping them, so I can come shame them wherever they happen to be and get them to complain to Greener or their DL about me. Thank you.
yeah, I think Rec covered it.
Cool. Do you you got anything you want to talk about, Dunk?
I've once again been muted.
No, we can hear you.
No, you're good.
Oh, you can? Well,
Yeah.
It's being glitchy on my end. I couldn't hear a single thing that Rex said that entire time.
Oh, he talked about the Dawning stuff.
yeah.
Or sorry, the
giveaways.
SGC like Dawning stuff, the Dawning Bingo and the cook-off.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing a little shout out thing. Right now, each guest gets the opportunity to shout something out. Say, for example, a lead Sherpa might want to shout out that we're looking for Sherpas, or maybe.
I think we just got called out, Duncan.
Honestly, it sounds like it.
Or if you have a Twitch channel you want to shout out, or something like that. Or if you really like a TV show on Netflix and you don't want it to get a season 2 and you want everyone to watch it, stuff like that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Anyone that's interested in becoming a Sherpa, you're more than welcome to apply. We always love seeing new faces. It's always fun and exciting getting to work with them to see what their skills are and what their interests are. Yeah, so if you're interested, apply.
If you're
You know,
interested, be on PlayStation.
No, PC's better. Come on now. PC so much better.
All right. We're all one big
No,
happy
joking
family.
aside, we'll take anyone on any platform. Very open to all people.
I saw Core came back today.
Yeah, she's on
I know she's the Xbox Sherpa, but I
console
saw
side.
she came back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Traitor.
Well, oh yeah, the whole PC to Xbox. Yeah.
No hard
Yeah,
feelings.
Yep.
but
Yep.
Yes.
Betrayed.
Absolutely. Do dawning stuff. Join the Patreon. Get extra chances at that Steam Deck. It's
There
worth
you
it.
go. All right. Patreon. Yeah. Patreon.com/ShroudedGaming. We do a lot of cool stuff in there. Not really. We do some cool stuff in there. We give you some bonus rewards, and we have a Steam Deck giveaway.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
do cool stuff. I got my desk mat today, or last night. Came
Oh,
in the mail. So
does it look cool?
it does. Yeah, it looks very cool.
Good. I wasn't sure. The resolution wasn't as high as I wanted it to be, and I didn't know how big the desk mat was. So I was like, we'll see how that looks. But Devolito said,
one was it?
It's just the desk mat for
Yeah, I can go grab it real quick.
for the yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, hang on.
For the Vault Collector tier on Patreon last month.
Okay.
He
It
grabbed it.
is. Yep, this one.
Okay.
Ooh,
Sweet.
That looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it was exclusive last month. No one else will ever get one. Ever. It's never going on sale. So you've got yourself a one exclusive item there, sir. I don't even have one. Impressive stuff. All right, along with, I think, 5 or 6 other people? I can't remember exactly how many there are.
yeah. It's not very many of us.
Yeah, not many. And I think I think since we give the whole point of Patreon is obviously to make a little bit of money, but at the same time, like those big tiers that have those big rewards. Like I think last month every person that signed up for that cost me like $56 to create and send everything out. So we made, is that $19 off each one
yes,
of them?
$19 off each person.
And
Hey, but hey,
well, in theory, if that's the first thing you ever signed up for, in 3 months you get a cup and a sticker from Patreon itself. So that's even a little bit less on top of that. And so that takes a couple dollars off the 19.
yep, that's next month for me. So
So
here's my $10 for the month.
anyways, sometimes some people will say, we'll see like that we're making $600 or $700 on Patreon. They'll be like, holy, you make so much money. I'm like, well,
Not how it works.
not how it's working. And now we have a $500 giveaway that has not produced as many patrons as I was hoping. So, but that's okay. I do like giving things away, and we can afford even if we don't make too much money off of the giveaway. So, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Which is why we open it up for like the Dawning event and stuff to get free tickets, because I'm not an absolute douchebag that likes pay to win stuff. I don't like it at all, actually, but I would still like everybody to sign up for Patreon right now. I know I didn't sell it very well, but there's extra benefits and tiers on there. You get extra stuff. Go check out the tiers at least. Patreon.com/ShroudedGaming. Sorry, I shouldn't have done all that stuff at the very end. Did everybody get their piece in? Talk about all the stuff they want? Super cool. All right, I'm taking over anyway. All right, so if you're watching this podcast, somehow made it to the end, you're some sort of incredible mastermind genius guy. I don't know. You've recognized that we are the best in the business, and you want to join our Discord community and play some Destiny with us? Well, I'll tell you something really good right now. In the description below, there's a link for Discord, but also really easy to remember: shroudedgaming.com/Discord. Click it in your browser, you'll end up in our Discord, no problem. One of our staff would be lovely to help you get in one of our clans and have a good time and enjoy Destiny to its fullest. You should do it. Also, if you play other games, just want to come hang out with a super cool community, I'm sure we can manage that too. You're more than welcome to come hang out. But we do focus a lot of our events and stuff on Destiny, so just be aware of that. If you're in the community and you don't go to our community streams, you suck. I'm just kidding. But every Tuesday, we have a Player of the Week stream on twitch.tv/RedditGaming. Most Wednesdays now, we're going to be having an EU Player of the Week stream. The reason I say most is because I think 1 week a month, Gato can't do it. So it'll be 3 out of every 4 weeks. They take place on Wednesday afternoon. And every Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern, wait, is it 7? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 7 o'clock Eastern, we do this right now that you're either watching live or watching on YouTube. But this is also happening live on Twitch if you're watching on YouTube. Not live right now since it's a recording, but you get it. Friday at 7 Eastern. This happens live on Twitch, twitch.tv/RedditGaming. And then every other, 2 out of 4 Saturdays a month we stream as well. One is a big drinking stream and one is a Player of the Month stream. So it's all fun. All right. So make sure to swing by here, follow us. And if you got a Twitch Prime, shoot us that sub, baby. Let's go. Let's make some money. Anyway, that's all I've got for us today. Where's my clothes? All right, here it is. It's real short. A huge thank you to our guests for their incredible insights, and to all of you out there in the Destiny universe for tuning in. Stay safe. Have an amazing night, everyone. Thank you. See you next time. Everyone say bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Worst exit